everybody doing this morning? It's Monday. It's Monday. Top of the day to you. Uh, I think Seamus thinks he's already moved over here. He's over here day and night. He comes home to the other house to eat, and he comes right back over here. He loves it over here. Good morning, Chris. He'll have no problems moving. The rest of them may have some problems. I don't know. Good morning, Anna Maria Piazza. Yeah, good morning. It's Monday morning. Yeah, yeah, it's Monday morning. I almost did our live in the goat pen, and I'll tell you why. Uh, I moved the cows into the goat yard, the goat pen yesterday. They got like a 3-acre pasture out there, the goats. And I moved the cows. There's good grazing in there, and I moved Ivan and all the family. Good morning, Sky. Good morning, Judy. Rose. Good morning. And because I seen some coyotes. Good morning, Brenda. Judy, Betsy Lou. Good morning. Regina. Kind of going fast on me. Carla K. Good morning, Kat. Katie. Michelle. Jay Lee. Michelle Brown, Miss Dallas, good morning. Thomas Brewer, good morning, buddy. Sue Chapman, good morning. Tell Steve, wake up. Yeah, Sue has to get up and probably wake him up. He lay up there because he's retired now. He don't want to do nothing. Morning from West Virginia. Good morning to you. Up there in West Virginia. There's Steve. Good morning, buddy. Good morning, Chris McKenzie Thompson. I love that. That's a good name. Vera. Good morning, Vera. I think it was Vera. Athena. That's a nice, sweet name, Athena. That's kind of like a name you would see, seriously now. I'm not making no fun. That's a beautiful name, Athena. Like maybe in the old Roman Colosseum days and stuff, Athena. You know, I think it would anyway. There wasn't no Eugene's there, or Lester's. Or I bet there was some PawPaws though, brother. All right. Good morning, Betsy Lou and Christina, Deborah Barnes. Good morning, Candy, Patty. Anyway, there's some coyotes out in the pasture, 2 of them, and so I just went ahead and moved the cows all up because Princess, or what I call pig calf, because she's such a pig, is going to have a calf here any day, I think, and she appears to be having one any day, and I don't worry about a calf with the coyotes if it's up, a day or 2 old. It's going to stay pretty close to mom. But I worry about them in that process of having a baby because she's kind of not able to do a lot of defensive type stuff when she's got a baby being born. So, and there's things there that when that's happening, it's kind of will attract predators. Okay, and seeing a cow, give y'all a history lesson here. Cows like to go off by themselves to have a calf, so she's not gonna have the herd around her. In this 3-acre pasture, no matter where she goes, there's gonna be somebody there with her, plus Ivy. So anyway, that's why I moved them. Now I was gonna go out this morning and sit with them, and come Wednesday, I might do it on Wednesday. Anyway, it's cool this morning. We had a little cool spot come through yesterday. Felt so nice. A little rainy yesterday morning. It's cool this morning, but sunshiny. The storm that was coming off Baja California up through New Mexico and Arizona and into Texas, when it got into Texas, it started just kind of curving down. We got a little bit of it, just a little shower or two. But down along the coast, down below Galveston, that way, they got tons of rain. And so I think it's kind of all stayed south of us. So good morning, Miss Dallas and Michelle Brown, 47 in Michigan. Woo, doggy. I like that. Yeah. I think we're right about 70 this morning. And I haven't looked to see. Tell you real quick. Uh, got some folks we want to pray for this morning. Yeah, it's 66. Oh, I love it. 66 here this morning. Uh, uh, we got Ronnie is going into the doctor this morning for going to see a urologist this morning to kind of see what's really been going on because he's not bouncing back like he should. And Ray stuttered also had to go to the hospital for about the same symptoms that Ronnie's got. And so pray for those guys. And also Susan has got some problems with her arthritis and stuff. She hardly can't get up and go. And Martine is at home. She had the surgery for the aneurysm and is home recovering. So keep her in your prayers, okay? Over in Belgium. Yeah, way over there. I had to look up the name of her little town where she lives. Pretty neat little place, pretty neat. Not too far from Antwerp. And I don't know nothing about Antwerp except it was in World War II. It was a major thing. Antwerp was major after the D-Day landings. Anyway, so she don't live too far from there. All right, so here we go. We have little 58 in upstate New York. All right, we 66. 64 in the UK with rain. We can stand a little rain. It's getting kind of dry here. It's drying up a little bit. We can stand a little bit of rain. Has anybody seen Teresa and Loretta? I haven't seen them yet. But I don't get to catch all the names. So, I had people send me messages. I kept saying good morning, good morning. You never recognized me. And I apologize if you saying those things to me like good morning or jumping a lake or whatever you're saying, and I don't recognize it or don't see it. It's because the names and stuff goes by so fast on the screen here, and I just kind of catch one out of three or four. Okay, so if I don't see you, it's not because I'm ignoring you. Okay. Yeah, it is a little chilly. I love this temperature, 66. I thought it was about 70, but 66, 39 in Michigan. So good morning from you guys. It's cold in Minnesota. You don't know what it is, but it's cold, huh? I watch a video a lot on the guy in Minnesota does all this camping. Really neat guy. I like the guy. He's a Christian man. And you can tell that when he's camping, he always says his prayers over his food. And when I'm camping, I'm looking at my food that I've cooked. I'm thinking, we need to pray over this before we eat it. Here goes Larry going to work. Old Dan's going to Utah next week on a hunt. His company sending some of them up on a hunt. Elk, I think. Hope he brings back some meat. We don't need the horns. We can't eat horns. We need the meat. Yeah, fall's on its way, guys. It's coming. It just takes, here in East Texas, it takes a long time for it to finally really set in because we'll have these cool days, and then we'll go back to the hot, Then we'll have some more cool days, and it'll go back to hot. I remember many times I used to trap. And sitting, getting all my traps, on a good cool day like this, man, we'd go get out there, especially on a Saturday. Dan and Lester and myself and a couple of buddies, Doc and Roy Martin, another guy used to trap with us. A whole bunch of us trapped, in all these woods around here. And we'd get our traps in that boiling water, boiling them down and waxing them, and dyeing them and stuff. And man, we felt it. We felt it. We was ready to get them woods and see if we could kind of clean out some of them coyotes and stuff. And then the next day it'd be hot. It'd be sweating. And you go down there somewhere, you want to start setting your traps, and you're trying to set your trap and keep no odor. You don't want no sweat, no odor. You don't want nothing on your hands. With your hands, you wear gloves, and you take green pine straw and rub it in your hands and stuff. And so you got that piney smell and stuff. And you set these traps just perfect, and all of a sudden, drip. Yeah, it was fun though. Oh, good morning, Don. Good morning. Good morning, Vera. Good morning. I remember once Lester caught this coyote down here in the woods, and I went down there with him to get him out of the trap. And we drove home, hold that coyote in our lap. Well, you had to hold it so he couldn't bite you. Yeah, and I've caught fox before, and I've released some, but I've come home with them in my arms. And they could have bit me, but they didn't. Thank goodness. They didn't bite me like my pet fox did, like Eric in front of the preacher. Yeah, I said bad words. I think it may be the last time that preacher visited me. He ain't going back. That man is a heathen. Well, he ain't never been bit like I got bit on the titty. That fox almost bit it off. Yeah, it's a funny story. You've probably heard it before, but let's tell it again. There might be somebody new here want to hear it. I had this pet fox, a little red fox I got. His name was Eric. And Eric was neat. He's the neatest little guy. He'd follow you around like a dog. Yeah, I kept him in a nice run out there, but he'd follow you around like a little dog. And he'd come in the house, sit on the couch and look at you and stuff. You could pet him. He's raised from a little pup like that. Another lady had him, but I got him for her. And anyway, I wanted to get a female for him, so I ordered a guy in Ohio had caught one, and we was kind of conversing back and forth as trappers, trapping magazines, talking back and forth. And he agreed I was going to buy her. He should ship her to me. Beautiful little girl. And give Eric a little girlfriend. So, and I should have realized when these guys get girlfriends, their attitudes change. What's wrong with them guys? What's wrong with them? So anyway, but he did, shipped her to me, and I went down to Houston to the airport and got her. Put her there with Eric, but he stayed still my little boy. One night the preacher come, him and his wife, nice people, known them forever. And he wasn't coming to see you, because I've been going to church. They was out visiting, just visiting. And sat there on the couch, and he says, someone says you got a little fox. I sure do, little Eric. You gonna see him? Oh yeah, I'd love to see him. So, okay, be right back. So I go out and Eric, come on. So he hops up in my arms. I come in, I sit him here between me and the preacher. He's sitting right here. Looking around, the preacher, oh, he's a beautiful little guy. Had that little white tip on his tail. He's slick and pretty. Yeah, he is. And I don't know, all of a sudden he reaches over and it bled. He bit me so hard. And I said the S.O. words, S.O.B. Slung him across the room. The preacher was like this. I had to apologize, but I'm taking Eric back out there to put him with that girl out there. She done messed him up. I come back and I'm sorry, I'm sitting there bandaged on my chest. Might need stitches, I don't know, but I didn't need stitches. But he did bite the mess out of me. And I don't know why, maybe he was nervous. He's these people here, that preacher put a hex on him. He said, you need to come to church, boy. After that, I think he said, you need to stay in church, PawPaw. Yeah, Eric got me. He did. But he was a beautiful little guy. A cow kicked him. He went out with me all the time. I let the girl out because she was wild. You know, she was a wild fox, been caught from the wild. But I let him out, and he was out there one day, and I was feeding hay, and he'd been out there 100 times with me. And for some reason, he run behind a cow. I don't know if he nipped her, but she kicked him, and he didn't survive it. He sure did. It broke my heart, little guy. But he was. So I turned the little girl loose. I said, I'm not going to keep her, you know, and without him there with her. So I let her go. And up until, now listen, up until that time, we didn't have red fox right in this area. We had gray fox and still do. But now there are some red fox in this area. I'm just thinking, I'm seriously thinking that him and her mated, and I'd let her go. She had red fox babies, because I've seen several in this neighborhood area, you know, since then. So I think I may have introduced those to East Texas. We're out to Plum Grove, say it that way. Good morning there, Kim Dean, Robert today. Good morning, Betsy. CL Lots, I think. I couldn't see it, went by too quick. Peggy Irwin, good morning, Peggy. And Reba, how is Ray? If you're on here, how is Ray this morning? The red fox are beautiful. Gray fox are beautiful. They just got the different color pattern. They are beautiful little animals. They really are. Morning, Perry, Molly, Catherine. Okay, the doctor put Ray on some meds. He's doing better. Okay. May have to send Ronnie up there to that doctor. He's been going to a witch doctor over here in Louisiana. You ought to get so much of that voodoo, Ronnie. They hold Ronnie up, say, okay, here, little Ronnie doll, and they start sticking with his knee. Oh, I have to give Ronnie a hard time, guys. I have to. If I don't, he tries to get ahead of me. And I've got witnesses. I've got witnesses of the kind of stuff you say about me and to me. It ain't just my word. Or Sweet Steve, Sweet Jimmy, Sweet Thomas. They all know that Sweet PawPaw is a victim sometimes with Ronnie. Yeah, he pays me with the Cheetos. Yeah. I hate to get started on them Cheetos because there is an ad out there. It's floating around. Thomas said he saw it up there in Alaska with Ronnie advertising Cheetos. Yeah, it is pretty raunchy little video that they showed. I think they finally had to cancel it. Oh, come on, Marie. Marie, I'm not too bad. Good morning, Judy. Oh, yeah, the little birds. You know, Friday, I told y'all, or did I tell y'all, one of our little birds passed away. Well, our little finch. And the other one in there was just in a panic. It's just, tweet, 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 tweet. It just almost, just, you know, it was going crazy. I told you, yes, you know, he couldn't turn it out. Some of the other birds kill them. I said, we got to get another little bird for this guy. Because the other one, I don't know how he did it. He was perfectly fine, except for he was caught. I bought this coconut nest. It was a hollow coconut, had a hole in it, and it bolted on the side of your cage for our parakeets to make a nest in when we had them. Well, we give the parakeets because it turned out to be two girls, and the eggs was not fertile naturally. we give them to Lou, and she went and bought a male. So now maybe next year she'll get little parakeets over there. But anyway, I left that coconut in there, but it had a space. It made a space behind it somehow. It was round, that space. And he got caught in it somehow. I don't know how he did it. And he couldn't have been in there long because, when G fed them that morning, they were both fine. And that was about noonish when this little bird started going crazy. I said, what's wrong with the bird? I go over to see what's happening, and I see this one caught. I thought got him out. He done passed away. Anyway, it happened. On the way home, was picking up Lex from the ball game. We stopped at a pet store there in the mall down here at Valley Ranch, not too far from here. There's a mall there, and they got pet stores and stuff, and that's G run in. She'd already called. And they had 3 little finch. And I said, get them all. Just get all of them, because didn't have time. I knew the one we had was a little girl that was okay. Yeah, they're little zebra finches, I believe is what they are. And one of them is not all kind of zebra looking. He's kind of more grayish, but still a finch. But anyway, the lady called them zebra finches. And that's what she come home with. We put them in there, and the little bird instantly quieted down and hopped up on the roost there with them. And they get side by side. Really cute. 4 little birds side by side. And it's happy again. Anyway, yeah, Ronnie's going. He got an appointment today with a urologist, and I'm hoping they can get to the bottom of what's going on with Ronnie, because this stuff lingers on with Ronnie, and he has good days and he has bad days. Good days I get a cussing. The bad days, he don't feel like cussing me. Well, not actual cussing, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Talking bad about me. I can always tell when I pick up my phone in the mornings how he's feeling. Levi is feeling a little better, I think. I think Kim's going to take him to his doctor today. She told us yesterday I was going to go down and visit. I had a gift for her. Kim, she said, Dad, maybe you should wait till maybe tomorrow, because I'm going to go get him tested. I don't think he's got COVID, but she said he may, and but he's congested, and she'd put a humidifier on him the night before. She said he coughed a bunch of stuff up, and so she was kind of worried about him, and she didn't bring him out yesterday for lunch. She said just kind of keep him away from everybody. So she'll let us know something this morning if he's back being Levi, or if she gets a doctor appointment and what's going on when she gets back from there. Then I'll go down and check on him and take him his gift. Yeah, and that's what she wanted. She wanted a doctor, thank you, see a doctor that knows Levi. One doctor there at the hospital says he's not breathing deep. He won't breathe deep. And you can't make him do something. But I think if he was sore, he took a deep breath, it hurt. And he never would take a deep breath, and they kept kind of being concerned about it. She said, well, he's okay. He'd tell you if he couldn't breathe, he'd just not take a deep breath. And as they take a deep breath, well, it just didn't register something what about a deep breath was or something. And so anyway, but I think he'd be fine. I'm sure Levi will stop at Whataburger. He'll stop at Whataburger. He'll be stopping at Whataburger. It may be a chest infection. It could be. But anyway, what started it off is I don't know if it started off. Sometimes we get hurt and something else shows up. We think, well, could it be related? But it may not be. But he fell out of that bathtub first. It was that cloth footed, they got them high sides. This cast iron is really heavy. And he's fixing to get out. And he bent over to pull out the stopper, and when he did, he lost his balance and he fell over the edge, on the side here. And And he didn't complain about it right then. But like a lot of us, we hurt ourselves sometime during the day, and we don't really know it till maybe the next day. We go, "Oh Lord, what happened?" I can't hardly do that. And we find out, and the next day he was really uh, to a point he didn't want to eat. And when Levi don't want to eat, something's wrong with Levi. And he loves to eat, like a lot of us do. And so anyway, that's when she took him and they X-rayed him, did an MRI. And the thing about the MRI, and I relate with this. I had one done, a year or so ago. The one I went to, the top was like right here. You feel like you're in a coffin. I mean, they slide you in that thing, and roll you in there, and all of a sudden, just top is like right here. You go, oh gosh. and they said, if you panic or something, let us know. We'll roll you back out. We got to start over. God. But Dan went. When Dan had to get his on his shoulder, same thing. He said, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I can't do this. Get me out of here. So they got him out, let him calm down, and they rolled him back in with Luce there and held his hand. He's okay. Well, Kim, now Levi was up taller. I could handle that one. I could handle that. It was a tall one. And it kind of, Ronnie calls a wash machine. I don't know, Ronnie. I was in a wash machine. Well, they're scrubbing you, Ronnie. They're giving you a scrub down. Get that swamp water off of you. But I couldn't fall asleep in one eye then. But Kim sang to Levi the whole time he did it, and he's okay. Yeah, I told Dad, I said, you ought to be ashamed. He said, look at Levi. Look at Levi. He said, Dad, mine wasn't like that. Mine like right over my eyes. That's what mine was too. I don't blame you. It's scary. Anyway, so Ray's doing better now. Do we have any birthdays today? I know someone told me they're having a birthday, and I didn't write it down, so we've got to just kind of watch for that. Connie Hills is telling Teresa, I have an Android. I've had Androids, and this is the first iPhone. Well, I've had an iPhone camera since I started, but this is the first iPhone phone I've had, and it's taken me a little bit to learn the ins and outs on it. Now, Dan at lunch yesterday was telling us about this new app he has. It makes them look like cartoon people. And he showed us, he took a picture of all of us at dinner yesterday, and he said, I'm on my, when I make my video, my little thing, the picture's gonna show you guys as a cartoon picture. And I said, oh Lord, don't tell what I look like. Well, it can't be no worse. It can't be no worse. Okay, I'm gonna try to catch up with some names here and stuff, and look for some birthdays. Hatbox Girl has a birthday. Let's have a name, Hatbox Girl. I don't even know if I can sing it. Hatbox Girl, happy birthday. Hatbox Girl, happy birthday. I get all tongue-tied. That is cute, Hatbox Girl. Yeah, I was used to Androids, and that's what I didn't want to go to the iPhone, but I finally did. Yeah, Janet, I close my eyes too, but just knowing it's right there above me. All right, there's a bunch of birthdays. I didn't write them down. I'm gonna get ready here. Ta-da! All right. Yeah, Thomas is on here. Okay. I'm looking for birthdays. 52 in Indiana. Yeah, Amy, that's a good way to say happy birthday to everybody. Katie, good morning. Thank you there about the trim. Tina and Rob come over yesterday and looked at it. They liked what we got done. We didn't get a lot done last week because of Levi being sick. 37 in Michigan. Woo, baby. That's when you want to kind of snuggle up. Oh yeah, I learned how to do that. Anybody ever do that? I'm sitting there last night before last in Coyote Bear. No, Carly is sitting across from me over there watching TV, and thank you, baby. She goes, PawPaw, and yeah, that's pretty neat, baby. Can you do that, PawPaw? Well, and I did. And she just laughed. She thought it was the funniest thing, and I could do it. Kids, is that what they learned in school? Hatbox Girl Nicole. Okay, I think her name is Nicole. Or if not, that's the name we give you. We just renamed you. Anybody else? Yeah, anyway, she was doing them sounds. And yeah, she thought it was the funniest thing that I could do it. What's in my coffee? Well, I've been up since 5 o'clock. That's what's in my coffee. 5 o'clock, I get up and go and unlock the door. And I ain't no more got the door unlocked and come back to the bathroom, and Dusty's coming in with a little Cassidy Jean. And she comes out and takes her from there, and Dust leaves, and she gets her all comfy and everything. And she'll lay down on the couch, and she puts her right there close to her in her little crib, or what you gonna call it. And me and my boys sit on the other chair in my recliner. I recline back and kind of dozy off and on. Not really sleep because I hear every sound in the house. And the big clock tells me what time it is. It'll go dong, dong, and I count them. If I ever miscount, I might not be here. Brad. Okay, Brad. Uh-oh, lost my cap, Brad. Okay, Brad. We don't have to worry about Brad biting himself. It's the girls that bite themselves. It's them. And y'all laugh. Go ahead and laugh. But I've got witnesses. 2 of them have done it. Two. Gradually warming up. Janet, well, it'll warm up here in a little while. I guarantee you. The sun gets up good. But I am enjoying this cool weather this morning. I really am. Amy, good morning. Celeste, good morning to you. Flawed but faithful. I love that. Her name is Wendy. Okay, I only got 2 names, guys. Boy, Nicole and Brad. I mean, what? Good 1:30 in New Zealand. Well, good morning to you in New Zealand. That is awesome. Yeah, down there in New Zealand, I got an inquiry, so to speak, from this outfit, and want to know about my audience. She sitting over here. He said, no, not your family, dummy. We want to know the folks that watch your channel. I said, okay. What you want to know about it? I said, well, how many are men? How many are women? Well, it's 90% women. And that's what YouTube tells me. 90% of you are women. And 10% are men. Well, 9%, and there's 1% Ronnie. We don't know about Ronnie yet. But anyway, and then the age groups, it starts at, well, there's a few younger than 35, but not many. Most of them are 35 and older. And then they want to know where most of them lived. Well, 88% YouTube says lives in the United States. And the other 12% is spread amongst Europe, New Zealand, Australia, down that way, and in some of the a few in the Asian countries. So Bama falls in the 9% group. Okay, I don't know where that's at, but I'm glad you're here with me anyway. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Somebody wants to know all that kind of stuff, you know. But uh, and I did tell y'all that the bike has come. It's out there in a box. I haven't had time to open it up. We ain't got time for right now, but it's going to be a gift when I do that bike. Listen, when I do that bike, it's not for me. I'm not a bike rider. I crash out here somewhere, but I'm doing it as a gift for Dustin. He would be so excited because everybody runs around here on these electric bikes, and you know, and Jill and the girls ride them, the three wheelers, you know, and even the scooters, and Bree, all of them got them. You know, Jake, everybody got them, and this was a big one. Boy, it'll carry 500 pounds. Dustin and I both could ride on that. But anyway, so I'm going to do it for him, and I think he's going to love it. He'll be able to zip back and forth that river and stuff all the time. So I will video putting it together for the company, and I hope you guys will put out some good remarks about, who love that bike, you know, I want that bike, you know, all that kind of stuff. But then I will video the day I give it to him and watch him zip off on it, you know, somewhere. I hope he don't crash. But he'll learn to love it. All right, Thomas. Now, Thomas, I'm going to tell you about Thomas Brewer up here in Alaska. Now, he lives in Anchorage, Alaska. A nice guy. Well, not according to Ronnie. Not according to Ronnie. But I think he is. But Thomas has got a habit of twisting stuff. You ever seen people do that? Like, he'll ask me something and I'll tell him something. He'll ask something about Ronnie, and I'll tell him, and then he'll send Ronnie something about what I said, but he'll add to it. And he'll twist it. Next thing you know, Ronnie's on my case because something Thomas said. And then, but Ronnie does the same thing. Thomas will say something nice, and Ronnie will twist it and send it to me. Well, guess what Thomas said to me? Here's these 3 or 4 guys back and forth all day long. Back and forth. Yes, he is. He is. He's John Wayne's cousin, Thomas is. So he's got to be a good guy. He's got to be a good guy. You don't come John Wayne's cousin and be like, well, be like me and Ronnie, you know. If I was getting John Wayne, I'd be sitting here with a big tall hat on, you know, and boots, gun hanging down my waist, my hips. Hello, partner. My guy I work with, the sheriff's office, my partner actually. There was only 2 of us in Cleveland. And we had seriously a half of a county. And nobody believes that. But you go back and look, it was half a county. And on the other end, I had 5. That's how good we was. We could take care of our half. There's 2 of us. And yeah, a very small department. Big county though, lots of folks, mostly ranches and stuff. But well, I got off track. But he'd say, hey, partner. I was his partner. He's a good guy. Good guy. We wasn't like Dukes of Hazzard either. But it was a good place to work back in those days. My boss, you couldn't ask for a better guy to work for. He'd retired as an investigator for the Texas and Southwestern Cattlemen's Association. They carry a commission, a law enforcement commission, and they go all those territories, you know, cattle thefts and ranch-related thefts and stuff like that. And that's what he retired from, and had his ranch over in Liberty. His name was Buck Eccles. And so when he took over the sheriff's department, the first thing he said, we don't work traffic. We don't go out and give you tickets. We're going to be investigators. You guys are going to be investigators. That's all of us investigators. We're going to solve crimes and put bad people in jail. And And that's what we did. The only time you mess with traffic is if somebody was just crazy and running over people or something like that. Then you had to take them off the road. Good place to work. Good place. Good place. Although with a lot of hours. Okay, yeah. Let's look at the prayers. I have those three. Susan with the arthritis, and Martine too with the aneurysm recovery, and Ronnie and Ray for prayers. If there's anybody else, let us know. But keep those guys in your prayers, okay? Uh, yeah, we are gonna put some safety bars. I've got 4 ordered. Well, I got 4. They're 16 inches long. They're stainless steel. Uh, I know I can put one on each side. And I would love to have one on the inside, but Kim says she don't think one would be able to put on the inside with the back wall like it is. It's out. It don't go up next to your wall. There's a space between the shower and the wall. And she said, I don't think we'll be able to put one on that wall, on that back, like I have, and the one we have over here. But I put one up above it, above the shower room, and that would work too. Or maybe 2 up there. We'll move them around. We'll put them where we need them. Someone said get those that have suction. They may work, but I'd be afraid to put my weight on one and that thing come loose. It'd be like Levi out in the middle of that floor. And door open, I'd be crawling across the floor. In the living room, be company sitting here. I come crawling out, butt naked. Gee, I got to get up. Oh, stop. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I make jokes about it, but a lot of folks, a lot of us need those things. We get down low. My knees don't want to work right. And yeah, the suction didn't work for you either. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. They pop loose. It could be bad. Now Ronnie would tell you I could put a rope around my neck, tied to the shower curtain rod, and that way if I fall, I won't fall all the way. That's kind of help he is. Have I ever wore my shorts for jeans? Well, should I answer that? Should I answer that? I'm smiling at her. I should take a picture of it and post it. I'd probably be, I ain't gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. Yeah. Anyway, those are neat shorts. Little ears on them, and that trunk. Yeah. Every time I see an elephant there on TV, I think about them shorts and me. Forget it. Just forget it. Why you even bring it up? Why'd you even ask that? Now you got me in trouble here. I'm not going to say. I'm not saying nothing about what she said. I'm smiling. That's all I can tell you. I'm smiling. Now I'm turning red. Somebody turning red. Well, y'all leave me alone then. I'll take a picture, and then I won't turn red with a picture. Here he is. Here it is. Ladies. 90% ladies. You 10% guys look the other way. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Ronnie will be leaving us pretty quick. He has a doctor's appointment early this morning. And then the urologist, I think, is in the afternoon. So we're going to find out a lot of things about Ronnie today, I hope. And we'll see. I do not paint my toenails, Ronnie. They're not painted. They did get painted once. Bree, when she was a little younger, I don't know, 8 or 10 years old, whatever, she's going to give me a pedicure. All right. I like that. So I'm laid back and about half asleep. It's very relaxing. I had that one here, last year. I'd love to go back. I probably embarrassed that lady. He started oohing it all. And everybody's like, look at, you can't go back. Can't go back. So anyway, Bree, she's down there doing all her little stuff, sanding and stuff, and boy, it felt so great. And and later I looked down and they're pink. I mean, blazing pink. What? And plus, not only were they pink, she did come back with a coat of that shiny stuff on top of it. So anyway, yeah, it took a while for it to wear off. I, you know, real men can wear pink. That's what a lady said when I walked to the library. Dan had given me a pink Western shirt, cowboy shirt, and a long sleeve shirt. It was wintertime, and I happened to wear it one day. And we had a meeting in the library, and I walk in, and all them old coaches and other shop people, he got pink on, he got pink on. And the lady principal, she said, real men can wear pink, gentlemen. Yeah, that's real men. Go back and flop down, well, find me a good book to read while they have this meeting. All right. Okay, let's sing. Let's sing. Let's get that out of the way here. Okay. So I'm guessing Hat Girl is Nicole. I'm guessing. And then there's Brad. And that's the only ones I see I've got. Yeah, we had Rebecca had her dog has had some issues, needs prayer. Arrow, yeah, I think it's Rebecca. I may be wrong on that. I think the dog's named Arrow, and has some neck issues. So here we go. Okay. Prayers for Hatari. Okay, Hatari needs prayers. Okay, here we go on the songs. No name is Jetbox Girl or Hatbox Girl. I forget which one it was. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna say it, Nicole. Okay. I'm gonna say it. Now Dot's telling me there's three. Hatbox Girl. Is it Hatbox? Yeah, Hatbox. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm gonna do it first because I can't do the others all three at one time. Happy birthday to you. I'm gonna put a bounce to it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Hatbox Girl. Happy birthday to you. I got it out. Now, we're going to do a slower version for Nicole and Brad, okay? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nicole and Brad. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Okay. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed that. And bit yourself, you were warned. That's all I'm going to say. You were warned. All right. Yeah. Cha-cha-cha. I got a cap somewhere. Here it is. I'll be marking on myself. I don't put the cap back on. Be like them little kids. I'll have marks all over me. Hey, Wood Dog. Wood come in and sit on a chair next to me. Buster's out. Where is Buster? Huh, Buster. Where'd Buster go? Oh, here he comes. Dog's sitting in the chair. Oh, Buster's here. Hey, Betty Boy, where you been? We had a deal at Dan's last night. Well, dinner yesterday, the dinner, and Dan always asks us questions. And without letting it all out, the question he asked was, I can't give nobody else's answers, but it was something about our favorite pet, you know. And everybody had their own answers. very difficult for me to say my favorite, you know. Yeah, Denise, her Arrow, excuse me, Arrow is Denise's dog. Okay, I'm sorry. I got that confused, okay. That's her service dog. And I think has some issues with the neck, the bones maybe in the neck, you know, nerves. Keep Arrow in your prayers because I got the hiccups now. She needs Arrow. Okay. Hiccups are okay. If I start sneezing, no, I'm going to turn it off because if I start sneezing, I can't quit. Mason, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And thank you, Elisa. Do not forget to hit the like button. And no new calf yet. Or at least I don't think so. I'll be out. I haven't saw her this morning, but she's out there safe. She was Ivan and all the cows in a small 3-acre pasture. So she can't get off too far by herself. And plus, it's got net fence and something could dig in. But Ivan's out there. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Yesterday when I seen those 2 coyotes at the back, Ivan's at the barn, so they in the very back, and he's up at the front. So. Well, thank you, Flawed but Faithful. She loved me. I love you too, sweetie. Yeah, it's Pig Cow. Her name is Princess, but I call her Pig Cow because she's such a pig. She's worse than Miracle. Ivan would share with Miracle, but he won't share with Pig Cow. That's crazy, ain't it? He back him here. Get away. Get away. You can't have my treats. Whatever happened to the peafowl or the peacocks? I don't know. I wouldn't doubt those coyotes didn't have dinner. You know, the one went missing first. Actually, at one time there were 3. There was 2 hens and a male. Jack was a male. Beautiful bird. Beautiful bird. And they would come up here every day to eat when I fed up. But then they went everywhere else too. And it got to where they would roost a lot with the guineas. So it wasn't like a nighttime, something get them at night. They roost out here on these pine trees, the guineas. And then all of a sudden one is missing. Well, you think, okay, maybe she got a nest somewhere, you know. And it wasn't long after that, the other girl goes missing. And Jack, by himself, every day walks up and has breakfast, and he struts around in beautiful feathers, you know, with the guineas, and whether he thought he was a guinea or he thought they were peafowl, I don't know what he's thinking, but he was just strut. Beautiful bird. And he'd see me, and here he'd come, because you guys are going to feed him. And then one day he don't come back. So I'm thinking those coyotes, that they've been here for a while. You know, Jake has videoed them several times. They're out there, and they're a daytime hunter. They come here today. Everything's pinned up at night. You know, they're not going to get nothing at night hardly. Dogs come at night, you know. It got into our goats. But coyotes, they're out prowling during the daytime, especially in the afternoon and evening. And I guess they're hunting all night too. But chickens all are on the roost, or like I closed mine up. I hadn't even let mine out in the last week or so. Ben let them out the other day by accident. Thought I was supposed to let them out, and I hadn't. He opened the door, let them out, but I watched them all day. They all come back in. Now I've got the other rooster, and I hope he's going to be okay with my older rooster. Hopefully they'll get along, but they're keeping them all pinned up. But the coyotes are coming here in the daytime. It's probably what happened to those peacocks. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think. All right. Any other questions? I got the answers right here. The white one was beautiful. It was. But I love Jack. The old tail come out like that, all in like them eyeballs on his tails, and green tail feathers. Beautiful. Yeah, that's Buster and Woody and Kippy. That's it. They start their wrestling stuff. But you ain't seen nothing. You see all 6 of them wrestling in the house around G's feet. And I'm sitting in my chair, kind of grinning, and she's got her feet up, and they're like, you know. And then all of a sudden, Buster gets a little old Tiki dog. He takes off, drags him to the house. But it don't hurt him, because he turns Tiki dog loose. Here he comes back, jumps on Buster's back. He's just chewing on Buster. Buster finally get him and drag him the other way. Where's my desk going to go in the house? I don't know, but it's going. It's going to be in there. We've had that discussion, and she's already given into it. Okay, yeah, you can have your desk in there. It may be on the back porch. I don't know where it's going to be. It's going to be in this house. It's going to be in here. I think the last time her and I talked about it, your desk can go here, and the sofa, one of the sofas go here. And she wanted to give up one of the sofas. I said, we can't give up one of the sofas because when we have dinner, or anybody gathers up here, there'll be nowhere for people to sit. You know, a house over there a little bit bigger than this one, and we fill up that room now. You know, people have to sit where they can find a place to sit. So we can't give up no chairs. And but I think she got it figured out pretty good where. Woody, stop. Y'all stop that. Where it's going to be. Anyway, we're in good shape there. I'm not talking about chickens. I'm not getting to see all the questions. They come by time fast. It is written, Ronnie, that the desk is coming over here. It is coming over here. Ronnie keeps trying to tell G that I don't need that desk. He said, he don't need that old desk. And that desk's been through 2 floods and as solid today as it ever was. So it's got to come with me. Got all my stuff in it. And not nuts and bolts and washers and stuff, as Ronnie said. Junk. It's got good stuff in it. Thank you, Thomas. Until it's over. Yeah, a small bar would be good. I don't know. I don't think we got room for a small bar in this house. We gonna be tight, guys. I'm telling you, it's gonna be tight. We're gonna be sitting tight. We're gonna get to know each other real well. Right, tell her Thomas go hunt a moose. Anyway, guys, we're about yeah, the sun's starting to get in y'all's eyes. Yeah, thank you. Good morning. All right, Suzanne. Praying for your interviews go well for you, sweet girl. Did I want to build what smaller? I don't know if we got into anything any smaller. You know, if it's just me and G, and listen, if it's just been me and her, but I'm thankful it's not. I'm thankful we have all the little kids coming and going. They keep us going. They do. These little guys, they keep you young at heart. You know, they're a lot of fun, and you never know what they're gonna come up with, and they say some of the most crazy stuff. Now, I'll tell you something. I just got on to. I kind of got chastised. A lady called Little Coda Bear, 3 years old. She goes off to school, you know, and she comes home from school at her little daycare, and Dustin's asked her, well, how was your first day? She said, well, first off, the little boy was mean to her. But then there was a little brown girl wouldn't play with her. And Dustin talks to her about, you know, and anyway, but that's kind of cute, you know. You didn't know, you know. So I'd mentioned what Dakota Bear said, and this lady gets on to me for saying, I can't believe you said something like that. Well, and because you got brown people in your family, yes, I do, and I love every one of them, and I'm proud of every one of them. And I don't consider people brown or white or black or green or whatever. We're all just folks, We're all just folks. And but I was just repeating what a 3-year-old said. So if it offended you, I'm sorry. But some folks are feelings up here somewhere, I guess. But anyway, now her and that little brown girl are best friends. So there you are. And she could have come home and said that little white boy was mean to me. So that little white kid better stop. Oh well. Anyway, folks. In fact, I think that's what she told Dustin. But so far, she hasn't told nobody about cow poop yet. But I'm thinking that's coming. I think that's going to be coming. But actually, she told me that. Asked her the other day, I said, "How was school?" She said, "It was okay." I said, "You like it, school?" She says, "Better, but not perfect yet, but better." All right, guys. Yeah. I love you guys. Y'all have a great day. Yeah, kids are instant thinking. They don't know. They don't mean nothing to them. It don't, stuff like that. But some folks just, you know, you don't realize us creators, video creators, okay, not creators, the creators up there, but there are folks get on to us pretty hard sometimes. Yeah, the least little thing, we say something wrong or something they don't like, wait till I wear them shorts. Yeah, wait till I see y'all picture my shorts on. I love you guys. Y'all have a great day. And I'll see you back here. Well, I'm on video every morning, good Lord willing, but I'll be back on here on Wednesday, okay? Y'all have a great day. Take care. My shorts. We catch you sometime. I'm sorry. I poured me a cup of coffee here. Y'all have a great day, doggone it. I love you guys.